Voices from the Afforestation Frontline, Advancing Sustainable Solutions for a Resilient Planet. Quiz. Frontlines for the Future, Courageous Conservation in a Changing World. Please select the best answer for each question. Reference video, introductory webinar for setting the stage for voices from the Afforestation Frontlines. Nature is speaking, but are you fluent? We've curated questions that test your wild intelligence. How many will you get right? Let's fill the comments with our scores to show we're listening. Question 1. The Wakatoan teaching, a Cree Nahiawan concept mentioned in the land acknowledgement, emphasizes which of the following? A. The legal ownership of natural resources by the state. B. The kinship and interconnectedness of all people and natural systems. C. The separation of human industrial progress from wilderness areas. Did you select B? That was spot on. The Wakatoan teaching, a Cree Nahiawan concept mentioned in the land acknowledgement, emphasizes B, the kinship and interconnectedness of all people and natural systems. Are you a seedling, a poplar, or an earth guardian? There are 12 questions standing between you and your true rank. Drop your rank in the comments. No cheating. Let's see who the real guardians are. Question 2. The Cambridge Declaration on Animal Consciousness states that A. Only mammals are conscious. B. Humans are unique in possessing consciousness. C. Many non-human animals possess neurological substrates of consciousness. Did you go with C? Correct. You're growing strong roots of knowledge. The Cambridge Declaration on Animal Consciousness states C. Many non-human animals possess neurological substrates of consciousness. Question 3. The major 5 drivers of biodiversity loss include land use change, pollution, climate change, invasive species, and A. Ocean tourism, B. Direct exploitation of wildlife, and C. Renewable energy. Correct answer, B. That's right, another seed planted. The major 5 drivers of biodiversity loss include land use change, pollution, climate change, invasive species, and B. Direct exploitation of wildlife. Question 4. The 2022 UNEA resolution recognized the link between A. Artificial intelligence and ecosystems, B. Animal welfare, environment, and sustainable development, C. Space research and agriculture. Correct answer, B. Right on. That answer helps the planet thrive. The 2022 UNEA resolution recognized the link between B. Animal welfare, environment, and sustainable development. Only the eco-elites make it past this point with a perfect score. Question 5. Why is community engagement considered not optional for successful conservation? A. Because top-down solutions without shared ownership are designed to falter. Because international law requires it for all accredited charities. Or C. Because communities provide the primary funding for global policy changes. Was option A your selection? Perfectly done. Yes, you're building a resilient future. Why is community engagement considered not optional for successful conservation? Because top-down solutions without shared ownership are destined to falter. We're halfway through. Take a breath. This next one is a curveball. Question 6. Rights of nature laws allow A. Corporations to own ecosystems. B. Ecosystems such as rivers and forests to have legal standing. C. Unlimited land development. Did you settle on B? Spot on. Nature would high-five you. Rights of nature laws allow B. Ecosystems such as rivers and forests to have legal standing. Data shows that the average person only gets 5 out of 12 on this nature quiz. Are you average or are you actually paying attention to the planet? Beat the average. Prove it by posting your score below. Question 7. What are the 4 pillars of sustainable development discussed as the foundation for community-driven conservation? A. Science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM. B. Social, cultural, environmental, and economic. C. Grounding, imagining, caring, and joining. Did you opt for B? Conservation champion. Yes, you're building a resilient future. What are the 4 pillars of sustainable development discussed as the foundation for community-driven conservation? B. Social, cultural, environment, and economic. Question 8 is coming up, and it's the one that usually breaks everyone's winning streak. The final ascent. These last 4 questions separate the fans from the experts. Question 8. Wolf Gordon Clifton addresses the 1960 turning point. Which famous conservationists' research challenged the belief that tool use was unique to humans? A. Dame Dr. Jane Goodall, B. Dr. Eric Lamb, or C. Richard St. Barr Baker? Was A the one you picked? Fantastic! Wolf Gordon Clifton addresses the 1960 turning point. Which famous conservationists' research challenged the belief that tool use was unique to humans? A. Dame Dr. Jane Goodall. If you're still at 100%, you're in the top 20% of players. Keep it up! Question 9. In the context of sustainable human-animal interactions, what does the term sentience specifically refer to? A. The ability of an organism to use complex tools. B. The conscious experience of suffering or enjoyment. C. The biological classification of vertebrates versus invertebrates. Did you respond with B? Nature thanks you. You're growing strong roots of knowledge. In the context of sustainable human-animal interactions, what does the term sentience specifically refer to? B. The conscious experience of suffering or enjoyment. You're at question 10. You've come too far to quit now. The finish line is in sight. Question 10. What does the term ecology of fear describe in the video? A. The psychological impact predators have on prey, which influences ecosystem health. B. The public's anxiety regarding climate change and biodiversity loss. C. The aggressive tactics used by invasive species to outcompete native plants. Did you go with A? Excellent thinking. What does the term ecology of fear describe in the video? A. The psychological impact predators have on prey, which influences ecosystem health. The penultimate challenge. If you get this, you're officially a nature guru. Question 11. Wolf Gordon Clifton notes that many non-Western and pre-modern cultures view animals as jivas. What does this term mean in dharmic traditions? A. Resources for human use. B. Ensouled beings participating in the cycle of life. C. Domesticated animals used for agriculture. Was option B your selection? Brilliant. Planet health is improving. Wolf Gordon Clifton notes that many non-Western and pre-modern cultures view animals as jivas. What does this term mean in dharmic traditions? B. Ensouled beings participating in the cycle of life. I bet nobody can get a perfect 12 out of 12 on this. The last question is notoriously impossible. Question 12. As originally conceived, what is the radical core concept of sustainability mentioned in the webinar video? A. Relying entirely on technology to fix environmental degradation. B. Creating international treaties that override local Indigenous laws. C. Living without using more resources than the earth can naturally replenish. Did you think C? Spot on! You're making the wild wiser. As originally conceived, what is the radical core concept of sustainability mentioned in the webinar video? C. Living without using more resources than the earth can naturally replenish. Prove me wrong. If you hit double digits, you have to brag about it in the comments. Great job! Stronger ecosystems start with informed communities. Thanks for playing. Whether you aced it or learned something new, remember, knowledge is the first step to conservation. Stay curious, stay green, and keep making a difference for our planet. This quiz included topics for the following United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Quiz brought to you by Friends of the Saskatoon Afforestation Areas, Inc. friendsareas.ca. Comment below, follow the channel, and help us grow by liking and sharing this video. friendsareas.ca.